Michael, have you actually had conversations with Matt Damon about this?
No, but I think that he's been very courageous in not caring about who he offends by coming out and saying the things that need to be said here. And if you want to win, the Republicans certainly have shown the way that when you run someone who is popular, you win. Sometimes even when you run an actor, you win. And I guess I only say that, I only throw his name out there because I'd like us to start thinking that way. I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time running symbolic campaigns. I think we should really, there's a whole host of things we need to do, and you, Jane, you certainly have mentioned a couple of things that in your next thing you're going to have here in September that are really critical in terms of runoff voting and preferential voting, and that these are really important things that need to be instituted to make this more democratic. But I think these two parties are very weak right now. Dan mentioned in 1856 there with the Republicans, and 4 or 5 years later there was a Republican in the White House. These times occur very rarely when a political party is so weak that it literally can be killed off, and I think both parties are in that position right now. And I think that if a group of people, if we had some real national leadership and then a real commitment to grassroots organizing to form the new Democratic Party and call ourselves the New Democrats. In fact, that's the name of a party up in Canada that occasionally does quite well up there, or call ourselves the Roosevelt Party, or come up with something that would really be catchy, that people would listen. I'm throwing these ideas out there because I recognize the country I live in, and living in Michigan now. The main topic of conversation this week was the last episode of The Bachelorette, and why did Ashley pick JP over Ben? That's the country I live in, and they all vote. And I'd like to communicate with them, and I know that they're upset, and I know they don't like these wars, and I know that they, they're desperate for jobs. Living in Michigan, we're living in a depression right now, and there really couldn't be a better time to organize and to run a real viable candidate, and to really say, the Democratic Party of old has not served us well, so we're going to Democrats 2.0. We're bringing it into the 21st century. We're going to be called the New Democrats, or the Roosevelts, or the whatever we come up with, and we're going to run people who are going to win.